Good afternoon, everybody. A warm and sunny welcome to episode 10 of my Walk and Teach. And yes, I'm still in the Swiss Alps. We're going home tomorrow, so next week's video we'll be back in the forest. But for today, we're walking along a beautiful alpine river. We're not so high up in the mountains today, so it's quite hot. It's about 32 degrees actually. I'll just give you a little view of the river that I'm going to be walking along. It's very, very beautiful. Okay, so today we're going to take a detailed look at the future continuous. So let's first of all look at the verb structure. So we use auxiliary verb will, auxiliary verb be, plus the main verb, the present participle, which is the ing form. So remember, always after will is the bare infinitive. So we're using be because it's continuous, and we use it in the bare infinitive form. So will plus be plus ing. So there's two or three uses of this tense. There's a little grey area, as always with English, but I'm going to try and make that clear up that little grey area. So first of all, let's talk about one of the uses of this tense, which is very common. And to do that, we'll compare it with the present continuous. So let's make some examples. So the present continuous, I am walking beside a beautiful alpine river. That's what's happening right now. From previous videos, you will know this tense. We've covered it many times now. So right now, I am walking beside a beautiful alpine river. Now, the future continuous, we will take a time in the future, very specific time, and we will explain that we will be in the middle of doing something at that time in the future. That activity, remember, continuous tense is about activity. The activity at a specific time in the future, I, you, whoever the subject is, will be in the middle of it, in the middle of doing it. So I can say, at this time next week, I will be walking in the forest. I will be making episode 11 of my Walk and Teach. Now, another use of this tense is very, very similar. And we use it to talk about what we will be in the middle of doing in the future between two times. So, on Saturday night, I will be watching the football. And the football is between two times, the start and the finish. So if you want to, you can specify those times and say between 10 and 12 p.m. tomorrow night, I will be watching the football. Now, this tense is quite useful to say to people, don't call me or don't ask me to do anything between two times in the future, because I will be busy. I will be in the middle of doing something. So don't call me tomorrow night, because I will be watching the football, big match. So this is where the little grey area comes in now, because you might be there thinking, you're talking about plans, Wayne. Yeah, I am. We can use this tense to talk about plans. So it depends on what you want to say and the circumstances. So as you know, we use present continuous plus that future time to generally talk about our plans. Tomorrow night, I am watching the football. That's a plan. So what's the big difference then between present continuous plus that future time to talk about plans, and using the future continuous. The main difference is that we're specifying that time in the future. As from my previous examples, don't call me tomorrow, I will be watching the football. Don't call me between 10 and 12 p.m. because I will be watching the football. That's the point of this tense. That specific time in the future. And at that time, we are in the middle of doing something. So that's the main uses of the future continuous. This is the last video from the Alps. We've had a beautiful time here. I'd recommend it to anybody to visit the Swiss Alps. I guess it's the same, the French or the Italian, very similar. During summertime, we've been very lucky. We've had very, very warm weather, very clear skies, and today, you can see behind me, we're going to get our first bit of rain this afternoon, or later this afternoon. So I'll say goodbye from the Swiss Alps, from this beautiful river. There's a little glimpse of it just through the trees behind me here. And I'll see you guys next week back in the forest. In the meantime, if you haven't already bought or checked out my web application, there's a QR code on the screen. It's a one-off payment of €3.99 for lifetime access to what I believe is the best content on the internet for learning the English tenses. So goodbye for now, and I'll see you all soon. Take care.